Creation care to me is a caring for everything there is, for the world as a whole, for the relationship between us as people around the world, for the extraordinary biodiversity that lives in it. And if you spend a moment in the Amazon rainforest, it is overwhelming, the diversity of life that lives there, and it is necessarily our responsibility to protect that.
If you so love this world, so will I. And if you
I grew up in the church in New Zealand, which is a beautiful part of the world to grow up, and my faith has always been really important to me, you know, and I've enjoyed loving God, and I've also simultaneously enjoyed nature, enjoyed this beautiful, you know, planet that we're all riding around on. But it really honestly hasn't been until somewhat recently that I've realized, hey, we need to really care for this. It's our job to look after this wonderful creation. And we are in danger of getting to the point of no return on certain things. But it's not too late. And the heart of God is that He's a healer. You know, He wants to heal people's hearts. He wants to heal bodies, minds, all of it. And He also wants to heal the planet. And He's provided ways for the planet to heal. And if we engage with Him and engage with the process, things can heal.
I have a group of friends, and we've been convening for many years on subjects of, you know, taking care of the Amazon, taking care of our forests, taking care of our beautiful seas and oceans. And we decided to go ask very gifted Christian musicians in Nashville, because there's such a cluster of Christian musicians in Nashville. And we said, would you write a song about taking care of creation?
You mean the world, you mean the world, you mean the world, you mean the world to me.
When I was first asked to participate in the Creation Care Project, it was at a time where I was having very off-the-cuff conversations with my husband, with my closest creative collaborators, about how it feels like something is missing in our community of believers and songwriters. And that is the opportunity to have a universal discussion about something that unites every person on this planet. And there are very few things that we can all agree on, but I think caring for creation is one of those things.
What I hope for out of this project is the idea that we can give permission again for people to care about these things that matter. We obviously, as the church, care about a lot of things that matter, but it should be that we're permitted as people to care deeply about the world that God created and all the beautiful things in it and the beautiful people in it.
We see this has been given to us, for us. And that's not true. That actually isn't Christianity. We've been put here to take care of this planet.
It is often, for example, the indigenous people in the Amazon that are bearing the brunt of that, whose home is being destroyed because we are buying, decking in the U.S.
The forest and the people are one if you are living in this context. And if we are working with the people, we are working with the forest. Therefore, we are working with the will of God. This is the equation. It's really simple.
I think we all intrinsically care in our hearts. We care. We want this next generation to grow up with clean, water. We want them to have clean oceans. We want them to breathe clean, fresh air, and the atmosphere to be a life-giving atmosphere. That's what we want to hand this next generation, and the next generation want to hand it to the next. There's hope. It's not like we're all just kind of getting out of here and we're just going to let this thing fall apart. No, we can leave this place better than we found it.
I mean, I think People just don't know. We're busy, we have busy lives, and if it's not something that's been on your radar or nobody's ever talked to you about it, then you're just not gonna know. I think the spirit of this project is not one of like condemnation or, you know, it's more, you know, hey, here's something you might not know, and here's something that's worth paying attention to and caring about.
When we get injured, let's say we get cut, our body goes straight away to work to heal itself. And, you know, white blood cells are rushing into the wound, and it starts to heal itself, and it starts to regenerate right away. And it's because God designed it that way. That's His nature and His character being put into His creation, us, right? And it's the same with the earth, it's the same with the ocean, it's the same with the atmosphere. Like, it can heal. And that's, again, that's God's nature infused into the things that He's made.
Songs have started conversations in my life from the time I was a kid till now. And I'm talking about multi-generational conversations with my grandparents, songs started. Conversations with my kids, songs have started. And that's a beautiful thing to be a part of. And that's why I love music and the power that it has.
We have different colors to bring in, and also to cooperate with musicians. There are some scientists there are some forest defenders, some indigenous, some religious leaders, and we are together on this. We have to be together on this.
I think the great potential of music in our present situation is to build bridges. There's some part of us, I'm wise enough to understand this, that responds to music, and that is musical.
We call this the via pulchritudinis. In Latin, pulchritudo is beautiful, because this is the way that all people can understand immediately, especially the young people, especially the new generation, the way of the art, the music. So what could be one of the ways to change the people? Music.
We're reaching out to each other to help heal creation through new songs. Music and art, because it bypasses the brain and goes directly to the heart, music is a wonderful vehicle.
I think this project is attempting to remove some of those barriers, be them political, be them cultural, be them religious, and just get to the heart of the matter, and that is the calling.
To be able to use this art form in such a way that we can begin to address each other again as people who are in this together is what this project is about.
We just look forward to bringing this record out and letting it fly around the world with healing in its wings.